Hey girls, it's Tuesday. This week we're doing the Hunger Games tag that Alex and Joey did. If you haven't seen their videos, I'll link one of them on my face. What's your favorite book in the Hunger Games trilogy? For me, my favorite book is definitely the first one, The Hunger Games. I found the action the most exciting in that one, and the storyline was interesting, and I enjoyed Catching Fire and Mockingjay, but I definitely grew to like them less and less. I'm excited for the movie, and hopefully it lives up to everyone's expectations. How long would you last in the Hunger Games? I'm not sure, but I don't think I'd last very long. I'm definitely not the most athletic person in the world, and the thought of fending for myself, killing other people is terrifying. I do think I'd be able to survive for a while, kind of hidden, because I have a lot of experience with camping and cooking over fire and survival skills like that, so I think those would come in handy, but I definitely don't think I could win the Hunger Games. How were you introduced to the Hunger Games? I don't honestly remember how I heard about the Hunger Games. I feel like John might have mentioned them, or am I completely wrong? It's probably a fair guess to say that Kathleen introduced me to them, because she's a huge fan of them, and I think if she had read them before me, she definitely would have introduced me to them, but I don't honestly remember. I did start reading them about 2.5 years ago, and I got Mockingjay the day it was released. So I know it's been a while since I started reading the books, and I've been a fan for a long time. Who's your favorite character? I know the other girls are probably going to put Peeta here, but I'm not really a big Peeta fan. So I like Gale a lot. I don't know. When I read the books, I really liked Gale. So, sorry. And I also liked Madge, because even though she's a small minor character, and even though I played her in a music video, regardless of those two things, the backstory about Madge and her mom and her aunt and the history behind the pin, I think is a really interesting side story, and I enjoyed reading about it. What was the most emotional moment in the books for you? The most emotional moment for me was probably Rue's death, and the way that Katniss reacted to it, and that with the flower crown and all of that. I think that was a really beautifully written scene that really spoke to the pain and the just immense tragedy and the immense terribleness that the Hunger Games are. What item from home would you take with you to the arena? I have a couple of different answers to this, and I'm not sure if I just had one, I'd have to think about what to pick. But I definitely want like a notebook to write down just something, a notebook and a pen, so I'd be able to write down. And I think that if you're stuck in such an isolated place and you don't have any allies, and even if you do have an ally, you're always waiting for them to stab you in the back. I think having a way to express your feelings in a private manner would be a good thing to have. The other idea I came up with was also, I just like to have a book like. There's not a lot of, I guess, free time or just relaxing time in the Hunger Games, but if I had a book to read or something to take my mind off of the games, or something to read at night when I'm trying to keep my strength up, that would be interesting. And last idea was just a photo of my family, and maybe a photo of my closest friends, to remind me that I have something worth fighting for, and to keep that familiarity of home, and to know that there's people supporting me.